graphing this function, it's a sine function. So we don't have to move our graph. This is already a sine function. But let's identify a, b, c, d. So I'm going to just write our general form right above that. Okay, so a is 2. B is the number by x, and there's that invisible 1 there. C is the number after the minus sign. Remember, there's no subtract sign, so you have to think of it as negative pi sixth. Break up that positive. So C is actually negative pi over 6. You can always just remember it's the opposite sign inside the parentheses. And then D is 4. So always start with your yellow little triangle there. That's our amplitude. And our amplitude is the absolute value of A. And our A is just 2. So absolute value of 2 is 2. So we're going to move the yellow triangle up to 2. So now our amplitude is 2. The distance from the midline to the top is 2 and down to the bottom. All right, next one we're going to look at is our period. And that is the red circle. So period equals 2 pi over the absolute value of b. And b is just 1. So 2 pi over the absolute value of 1 is just 2 pi. So remember, the period is the distance before the sign starts repeating itself. So if I look from the blue to the red's already at 2 pi. That distance goes up, down, and it meets back there. Then after that red dot, the graph's going to start repeating. It's cyclical, remember, just like the unit circle. And so that's it. We actually don't have to move the red circle. It's at 2 pi. Okay, not the last one. The next one we're going to do is the midline. And that is the blue one. I wanted to say diamond. Yep. So that's y equals d, and d is 4. So y equals 4 is our midline. So we want to move our diamond up to 4, up to the midline. So see, now the middle of our graph, look, if I cut that graph in half, it would be at y equals 4. That's what we want. Okay, our last one is the phase shift. And we also use the blue diamond for that one. Phase shift is the graph going right or left, and then how much. That's what the phase shift is. So the phase shift equals C over B. Let's go get those values. C is negative pi over 6, and B is 1. Well, anything over 1 is just itself, right? It's negative pi over 6. So because it's a negative, we're going to go left pi 6. So that tells us positive or negative, which way we're going, and then how far we're going. So I'm going to take this blue one, and I'm going to go left until my x value is at negative pi 6. And you can always put this in Desmos. You can graph it and check your points if you're getting it incorrect and you want to see what's wrong.